Aloha, aloha Friday. Wow, another week just swept us by. And boy, I hope you didn't get swept by the winds like I did this week. I think we all did.
I know.
Crazy. Anyway, I wanted to introduce our speaker today, Nalani McLaughlin.
Hi.
Hi, from the Red Pineapple. And yes, we're in her store right now. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we have our little mascot here. If you're into octopuses, great octopus. But a little saying I thought today, I thought, wow, what am my inspiration? But I walked into Nalani's store, and at the front, we think so alike. And she said, you can't buy happiness, but come in and look.
Yeah.
And I think, if you need a uplift in the day, coming into her store will certainly do it for you. There's so many interesting things around. But let's find a little bit about Nalani's business. And I know you were in at the Ward Centre area there for many years, and I know many people listening today probably remembered your store. So why don't you give some history background?
Well, I'm so happy you're doing this interview because I know a lot of people don't know where we moved, which is a challenge always when you move locations. So I'm super happy to be in Kaimuki. We're neighbors now, which is so much fun.
Yes.
I've been in business for 14 years. We were in Ward that whole time. So this is super exciting to move to a neighborhood.
Yes.
I started the business because I was that person on every trip that came back with a lot of suitcases because I would buy presents for everyone for the whole year. I'd buy cards for the whole year. I'd buy baby gifts for the whole year. I'd buy wedding gifts for the whole year because I just didn't feel like boutique shopping was happening here.
Yes.
So I really wanted to have a store that felt like you could find something for your best friend. You could find something for your mom. You could just get a lift, get a pick me up.
Yes.
I love paper products. So we do carry a lot of paper, a lot of party supplies, because I feel like we don't get enough good mail. So anytime you can write a note to a friend or someone you love and send a cute card, I want to be able to provide that. Yeah.
And I think in this day and age in business, I know a big thing for you too, like me, is personal service. So why don't you talk about how you personalize your business?
Yeah. So there's a couple of things that I've always told, everybody says, how do you pick out all the items? Everything's so pretty or fabulous or fun or tastes really good. I have to try everything in my store, taste it or love it. The only thing that I don't love in my store is spicy sauce because I can't do anything hot, but I have tasters that taste the hot sauce for me. So I just really want things to be personal. I love it when customers come in and say, I don't know what to get. And I always want to tell people no gift is inappropriate. If it's coming from your heart, it's going to be the right present. And that's why none of our gift baskets are pre-made. Everything is made to order. So I really want it to be tailored to the recipient.
And tell us a bit about your gift basket, because I know you don't like using the word gift basket, and I don't particularly like buying gift baskets. So tell me how yours are different.
So I think mostly is when I think of a gift basket, I think of an Easter basket with cellophane, and I just think that's really ugly.
Yes.
So we use unusual packaging. We think of more like a vessel. Like, what can we put this in that feels special and different and maybe is reusable? Because I feel like all those Easter baskets end up in your garage.
Yes.
And we know cellophane's bad for the environment. So I try at all costs not to use that. Yes. So we use beautiful bowls, cute bags, wooden boxes. I've delivered in anything you can imagine. So I don't like calling it a gift basket because I think that just brings to mind an Easter basket.
Yes.
We do beautiful gifting. So for our corporate clients, we try to keep them away from big, huge fillers. I really like things to be a little more quality over quantity. So when you come and see me and you say, I want something big, I'm usually going to pare you down and say, let's find something great.
Something great. And you were mentioning the other day something about, it could be something like an octopus in your basket, or it could go down to something like a gift card, or tell me the most unique gift basket, one of them.
Absolutely. By far the most unique gift basket I delivered was an ice cream basket with dry ice. So I delivered a bucket we went and got local ice cream, beautiful ice cream bowls that were from the store, fun spoons, everything you would do for ice cream Sundays. And it was actually a celebration for a home closing. And they delivered ice cream to the family. So we knew what time they were going to be there, but it was fun because I delivered this bucket with dry ice pouring out of it.
Yes.
So it wasn't like it was expensive or something extravagant. It was super meaningful. Their family owned an ice cream company in the mainland and had to close, and they were moving here. And so they wanted to be sure that the family felt really welcome. So the more unique, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
And if we don't carry it, we go get it, which is something nobody else does.
Wonderful. And, it's giving that wow experience, isn't it? It's giving that. That's what life's about. It's like, we all work hard and we get out, we get the kids to school or get the breakfast going, but you know, having that wow and having, you know, people just be like, oh my God, how thoughtful is that? And that's what your whole business is about, right?
It is. And I always tell people, and we've got some people in the store. I'm sorry, we're just doing a quick interview.
Yes.
This is what happens. It's a little interesting here. So I love always saying when people come in and say, well, my mom likes dogs and lavender and chocolate. And I say, well, put them all together. Like, we don't have to have any rules. If those are her 3 favorite things, give her 3 favorite gifts. So that's kind of the policy of the store.
Nice. And the holidays are approaching, and I know people are starting to, I've heard that supplies are going to be short, like with the mailing. And, you know, tell me what you've got, some exciting events that people might come down here and 12th Avenue at your store, Red Pineapple.
So we're much smaller than our old space, as you probably remember. So we've gone really vertical, but I can't fit a stitch of Christmas in here. So we're going to have a space that's in with walking distance. It's about half a block from here. Nice. That's going to be a winter wonderland with all the decorations, all the cards, all the gifts, all the everything. That's also where our baskets are going to be made. So it's going to be full of, it's going to be a Christmas workshop. It's going to be amazing.
Nice. I mean, can you
tell
the
secret.
Address? It's a secret. Oh, it's a secret.
But you're
right
going to
now.
know first. You'll be the person. I'll make sure we post it on your site.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, and then in terms of, I mean, where, you know, how do you keep inspired? I mean, doing this 14 years and being creative, I know creativity and thinking things is probably the most exhausting part of our business. Is doing is the easy. It's the thinking and being creative.
Yeah, I think actually I'm inspired by challenge. So I feel like I get a customer that wants something that I'm like, oh, I don't know. I haven't seen that. I'm going to go look for it.
Yes.
And I travel a lot. So travel is always my inspiration. So I go to a city or a country and I see something that's just amazing and I find a way to get it here. So a lot of my things are from foreign countries or unusual spaces. And I think that's a lot of where it comes from.
What is your background before you started these stores 14 years ago?
So I used to own a cookie company called Nalani Cookies, and I serviced the airlines, Macy's, Neiman Marcus. I sold to everybody, but my business was pretty crushed by 9/11. So 9/11 really changed how airlines bought, and they were my biggest customer. So Continental went from giving away a lot of stuff to not giving anything away. So it shifted my business pretty dramatically. But I had already started Red Pineapple, and I actually realized I loved the personal contact. I love having people come into my space. I love this kind of communication. I love helping you find the octopus for your new baby. I love helping
my new baby.
The baby in the family. You know, I love finding, like, you know, a shawl from the.
This is beautiful.
You know what it is? It's the color, right?
Oh my God!
It's from Nepal, and it's a shawl. And I've never seen a weave like this before.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And I've been to Nepal.
So see, love it.
Yeah, love it. Absolutely
Stunning,
love it.
beautifully made. So I just feel like it's just constantly this inspiration of goodness, you know.
Exactly. Well, look, I want to thank you for being here today. And I think the energy, you know, there's one thing, you know, COVID's made us pivot our business, but what it can't change is who we are and what our values are. And as long as we keep that, and with the ups and downs, you know, in the world right now, and keep who we are and the authenticity of who you are, I believe you're going to be so successful in this new location.
Well, and you know, that's such an example of during COVID, we did a lot of COVID get well baskets. And I felt so privileged to be able to do that for people that they really didn't want to call somewhere very standard. They wanted to give something really special. So I felt really gifted to be able to do things for people like that.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you for coming today.
Yeah. Wonderful. And I wanted to share some very colorful photos that one of our agents puts together, and we share this every Friday. And they're just coming up on the screen, and I'll share those.
Thank you.
And what is she's named these is Nature's Art and Inspiration. And the first photo here is Dancing Flowers in the Sunlight, she calls it. Isn't it pretty?
So pretty.
So pretty. And then the next is our famous gecko. That'll pop up here in a moment. Just the gecko. It's coming up.
The flowers need a little more screen time.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay,
There it is.
There it is. But I'll let the camera roll there with all the photos, and you know, thank you again for coming today.
Yeah, thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming to share my space.
Oh no, just love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.